Good Monday evening, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Safety Stop. JoJo, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. It's Monday evening. We've had a nice long week. Hopefully you gotta enjoy the holiday.
Yeah, well, I spent it recovering.
Yeah, yeah, I did that today too.
we had a busy weekend. Getting working on that new dock, and it. We started that project on Sunday of last week, so we've got 3 days into it, and we're 90% done.
Yep, 3 long days into it.
Yeah. But this thing is going to be amazing. It looks great.
Yeah, I can't wait till next weekend because we're to the point where we're gonna start really putting it all together, and you're gonna see it in its full form.
Yeah, yeah. Well, really, it's in two pieces right now. We've got
Yes,
majority of it together, and so now the two main pieces. It's time to come together to connect it all, and man, it's just being able to get in and out of the water on the west end dock or the west end of the pavilion. Is going to make all the difference. An 8 foot set of steps that you can get two people on comfortably.
yep. Handrails, both sides.
Oh, and down the
We made,
middle.
yeah, I said both, yeah, and in the middle. So I mean, plenty of places to grab onto. Keep yourself, maintained with that heavy equipment. Know
Oh
how
yeah.
hard that can be.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And of course, it was designed and built, especially with our technical divers in mind, being able to easily enter and exit the water, and so it. I believe that it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm excited to see when we get it all together. Of course, there's a couple of things that we're going to add after the fact. The bench for boat simulation. Um, I think there's going to be some more handrails around the back of it where the walkway comes in. But just seeing the dock and the steps coming together, and it's going to be awesome.
Yes, sir. Yeah. It's an ongoing thing. We've already been talking about, adding things on the side of it, so again, these tech divers can hang their bottles at. Um, you know, or
But
been talking about a staging ladder put on it as well.
well, not
So
only that, there'll be points to where you can actually install or hang a safety stop hang bottle. So I mean, it's being designed, or it was designed with deep diving in mind. So for all of those folks who are going to be going deep, they want to stage and all of that. It's going to be a great place. The suspended platform is going to be right off of it. So when you're doing your safety stop or whatnot, you'll have that platform right there. You ascend up. It's going to be awesome.
yes, sir.
Let's see. Looks like Mr. Michael Wilson's in. Good evening, sir. Yeah, just holler at me. We're in and out, so just let me know when you're planning on it, and we'll make sure we're there. Uh, but yeah, but let me back up just a second, Joe, because I'm going to apologize for getting on a few minutes late. Apparently, Facebook didn't like the stream to the group, so I had to do a workaround. I'm having to go through our shop Penny Royal Scuba page and share it from there over to the group. I don't know. I guess there was an update or something, but I sat there and tried to fix it, but it was getting a little time consuming. I told JoJo we got to get this thing rolling, so I tried to do it.
Well,
Huh?
Facebook wasn't playing friendly in general, so
Well, I tried to do it. I tried to put the YouTube link in so that it would do it, but it just popped up as a link. So it wasn't doing the live stream, but we got it going anyway. So Mr. Dave Lowney's in here. Good evening, sir. Tim and Michelle Fisher, good evening to you guys. And our one and only Stephanie is in the room this evening. If you guys are just tuning in, we've just been sitting here discussing the brand new dock that is 90% done. So, whew, I'm
Yep,
tired.
yep. Yeah, I mean, after next weekend, I'm hoping it's functional. It might not be complete, but it's going to be functional.
Oh yeah, yeah. And of course, the biggest task is yet to come, and that's getting the stairs installed onto the dock. So uh, that's gonna be the fun part next weekend, and I'm planning both days.
Uh, yeah, I think actually getting them the stairs in the water is going to be the headache.
I think it'll be easy to get them in the water. I think the problem is going to be able to be in getting them into the slot, because it's going to be a tight fit.
Oh yeah, it's tight, but I think that tight's going to work to our advantage too.
I hope so. Oh, but in other news, we've got more projects and stuff that we're planning on having done before April 8th. But uh, if you guys did not, if you're already on our email list before 3 o'clock today, the email went out. So if you guys make sure you look,
I
JoJo
got
can
it.
verify he got it. Uh, the email for the discount code on the 2023 season passes went out at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So JoJo got it. So it's out there. I know we've had a couple of people send messages saying that it don't work. That's because they don't go on sale until midnight tonight, or when it officially is the 17th. So at midnight tonight, it'll be opened up, and you guys can get it. There are 10 of them available. So I just wanted to throw that out there because we've gotten a few messages about the code not working and all that, and so the code was sent out the day before, or the 16th as of today, and when the sale actually starts tomorrow. So or at midnight. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure we got that out there.
So that means I can buy mine an
Of
hour
course.
before you.
Well, I guess you probably could, since you're Eastern time zone. I could go in there and make it. Actually, no, I think it is our
Central.
time. Yeah, I think
So
it's
1
our time.
a.m. Eastern.
1 a.m. Yeah, I don't know. You can try it at midnight if you want to. I don't know. I guess it really depends on where the server's at through the hosting server. If it's in Germany, you could probably buy it now.
Maybe.
I guess it just depends on where you're at. There's no telling. Mr. Michael Schutz in the house. Good evening, sir. Another one of our head dock designer right there, Mr.
uh,
Michael Schutz.
yeah, I'd give all credit to him on that doc because he did a phenomenal job on the design on that one.
Yeah, and we've had some of our divers come up and help out too. Mr. Rob Ball, Sean Bowen, Randy Servideo come out this weekend and helped out. So yeah, I mean, the diving community coming together, getting this thing done has been pretty good, and I think we've got a couple more lined up coming in this weekend. Going to help out with the in water stuff, getting the steps and stuff lined out. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I got a feeling I'm gonna be one of those in the water.
Well, I'll let you be in charge of all the water stuff.
Put
But
me in charge of something. You're asking for something to go
yeah,
wrong.
I thought that, but isn't that an engineer's job? Make sure it goes smoothly.
You ever met an engineer that could do something right?
Well, it's right on paper, right?
Yeah, exactly. Works on paper.
Good evening, Mr. Jeff Hoyer. He just popped in and typed in hello. Glad you could join us tonight. So yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for our guest in 2023 to be able to see. I mean, we have put several hours into this dock, and like I said, we've had 3 good long days, and it's I think 16 by 12 with the stairs, 8-foot stairs in the middle. I mean, it's going to be pretty good. I really think everybody's going to enjoy it.
Yes, and it has been one of those big projects.
Oh yeah. Well, I've said since the end of the 2022 season, there's 3 things I want to get done over the wintertime. I want the new dock, I want to get Penny done and back in the water, and I wanted to get some stuff done in the changing rooms. And so, you know, this is just mid-January, so we're already on a roll.
Oh yeah, I know we got a bunch of other little things we want to do too. So
Oh yeah, well, there's always little things. There's a ton of those. But yeah, the big projects we like to go ahead and get done. That way we can get focused on the smaller projects. Okay. But anyway, let's see. So you and Brian and I know Mike are getting ready to head to Florida here in 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yep. I
Three
think
weeks.
Brian just booked our B&B for the week. For a
Awesome.
few days. So we're
So
gonna
yeah.
drive down Wednesday and come back Sunday.
Well, I tell you, I would love to be there. I've got family obligations, but I got those new Sea Dragon 5,000 plus lights for my sport diver case, and I was really really hoping to get it to try them out sometime. Me and Krista may just have to sneak away one weekend to Florida and just do it. I don't know.
You might have to be
We got to
right
get.
back in the busy season.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not going to be long. I think what is it? 86 days. I
Yeah,
haven't looked at the countdown timer
I
today.
mean, first 2 weeks of the year is already gone.
Oh yeah. Well, and it's going to tick by faster and faster as we go on. I'm actually getting on the website right now because we have our countdown timer on there, and it's showing as of right now 81 days. So see, I was off a week. Uh, 81 days, 6 hours, 34 minutes, and 52 seconds. So yeah, I was behind a week, JoJo.
Hey, so that means you got roughly that time to get your gear serviced.
Exactly. And that's another thing I was wanting to talk about tonight was this time of year, if you guys have not had your equipment already serviced, don't wait until 2 or 3 weeks out from season, because typically most local dive shops, everybody does that, or everybody's it's half and half. They're either doing it at the very end of the year or the very beginning of the year, or the season. So right now is a great time for less, a shorter turnaround time, and have everything ready.
Yes, sir. Yeah, usually we get them, and if we don't have a lot of them, we can knock them out usually about the same night we get them. So,
Yeah, usually it's about a week turnaround time for us, unless it's hits that busy time, and then usually it's a couple of weeks. If we've got 3 or 4 already in line, it can take a little bit longer, but yeah, this is the perfect time because right now I don't have any on the bench, and I'm sure most local dive shops are the same way. They don't have a ton in, so get with your local dive shop. Go ahead and get your gear serviced and have it ready to go. That way, boom, you're done. You can rely on it. You're good.
Yep. I'll be in there shortly because I got three of them I got to do.
Just for note, I make the staff do their own.
Fourth, four if you consider my wife's.
Mike says I can bring you gear and have it ready for the Florida trip. I don't know what he's talking about.
He wants you to serve. Yeah,
Oh,
we'll service it for the trip.
I got you. I got you. What's he doing that for? He's got brand new gear.
Oh yeah, he's used it once or twice. He's babying it.
Got you. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't gotten your gear serviced, if you're not one of those who done it at the end of the season, yeah, don't put it off because things do get backed up in repair centers at your local dive shop. It's getting harder because there's just not as many techs out there as there once was, and so get it in there because a lot of dive shops just have one or two that are part time, come in and out. So make sure you get it in, get it serviced.
Yep, and plus, parts. Who knows how long it takes to get parts in?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, the parts are pretty good. I mean, service kits and stuff. Most, if it's an authorized repair center, most centers have the kits already in stock. And service kits, just from being a service center ourselves, kits aren't that hard. It's the actual product, trying to pull teeth to get regulators or wetsuits or stuff like that. And it varies by brand.
Okay, I
Uh,
figured parts would just be as hard as anything else.
yeah, and it's getting a little better for a lot of things. I do know. Well, I think it's still that way. I haven't heard because I've been out of the entering purchase orders and receiving orders for we don't order a lot in the winter season, but last time I checked, Henderson wetsuits were still having issues. Wait time was anywhere between 4 and 6 months.
I know about the 6 months part because I waited for mine for that long. So
Oh yeah. Oh great. And my stream has become unsteady, so I'm probably bouncing or jerking around. Is it JoJo?
it'll be one of those days. Yeah, I hear you.
Oh,
I just
okay.
kind of watch the stream, seeing what's going on.
Yeah,
It's
well,
looking all right so far.
yeah, it's sitting here. Yeah, the stream's become unstable for whatever reason. There's no telling. If it wasn't for technical difficulties, I'd think something's wrong. It looks like it's cleared up now, so it should
Okay.
be streaming good. All right. Let's see. So yeah, guys, seriously, if you are looking for the season passes, remember they go on sale at midnight. I don't know how fast they're going to go because there's only 10 of them. Uh, but like I was telling JoJo earlier, uh, Black Friday they sold out when you had to come in to get get the pre-order. They sold out in 10 minutes. So I don't know how they're going to do online. Um, I know we sold out last year. I think it took 2 or 3 days, but they did sell out. So it's best just to get in there and get it early. but we are doing the air fill package with it again. You can add on the 20 air fills or the 40 air fills. And what I tell you, Joe, it's like if you get the 20, it's saving like $2.50 per fill. Like it's
Or,
7.50.
yeah, you're bringing them down to like $7 a fill.
Yeah, yeah. And if you get the 40, then it's $7 a fill. So, I mean, that's either which way you go, you're going to save at least 25% to 30%, depending on which package you choose. But unlike the season passes, the chips are good until you use them all. So there's no time limit on the chips. The season pass is just the season. So, and I figured this up last year, Joe. With the season pass, I think it was like 110 days that season pass holders had available to go diving. Now, let's just take for a second. If you dove 3 dives on each day of that 110, that's 330 dives in a year, just locally.
That's a lot of diving.
That's a lot of diving. I mean, and if you figured it up and you paid the diving pass fee. Sorry, I had the stink bugs have come back out. I don't know why. But if you had to pay the daily pass fee, 110 days, that's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
I
Yeah.
haven't done the calculations on it, but the season passes. Of course, they did go up a little bit this year just because admission, the daily passes went up and all of that. But still, with the $50 off, you're getting it for 250. Retail's 300. You got your code in the email at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and I keep on the 3 o'clock part. That way, if somebody's like, "Oh, I don't know when the email was sent. It was sent at 3 o'clock this afternoon Central Time." So that kind of helps you out if you're looking for it. Um, but yeah, so the email is out there, the code is out there. I haven't looked to see how many people's opened it, how many bounced or anything like that, but it is out there. And at midnight tonight, that code's valid until January 31st.
You gonna crash the server?
Well, I hope not. I hope not. I mean, I'm going to be up at midnight just to make sure things go smoothly. But I hope not. We didn't have any problems last couple years, so it shouldn't. I think the biggest thing I've seen is looks like we've had some hackers from Russia trying to hack in, but other than that, uh, it showed the IP their IP addresses got blocked when they tried to hack it. So it's like, yeah, go okay. But anyway, all right. So now that we know we are 81 days away from the season, Joe, the pressure is on us to get all of our stuff done so that when our awesome divers show up, I want them to be like, wow, you guys have put a lot of work into it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, think about it. It's normally just us two, or maybe somebody else shows up. Usually it's been a full force.
Oh
So
yeah.
we've
Well,
got the manpower. We're gonna get her done.
oh yeah, yeah, and it's for some of the regulars to say, hey, I'll come and help out. That's been great. It's helped us get things done a lot faster. Uh, you know, and I use the dock because that's the first big project of the year. We started it last weekend, and 3 days later, we're 90% done. So, you know,
Well, I mean, that just means we can get to the bathroom next and get it renovated. We know that is a big, big thing that our guests kind of want done.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. And I
uh,
noticed. I know we talked last week on the website. We put the customer survey thing on there, the button, and I just want to reiterate. These projects are things that we've heard over the season. But if you have an idea or something you think that would benefit divers who visit the park, click on the uh, oh, I think I just developed a nitrogen bubble up here somewhere. The customer survey, there's a part on there, and it's like 5 or 6 questions, but there's a part on there where you can type it out. If you have a suggestion, recommendation, shoot it to us because we're always looking at things to make your guys' experience at the park way better. And it's from feedback from our guests. That's how we try to get things done. So yeah, so use that link. That's what it's there for, and let us know.
hmm yep, use it. We want to hear.
Good, bad, indifferent. We want to hear, and I hopefully this will get used more during the regular season. It's been up for a week now. Of course, I checked it I think last night, and nothing was on there. Nobody had submitted anything. But then, of course, the lost item, report a lost item. Uh, that's something we talked about it last week on the show. I think's really gonna help us get lost items back to their owners. If you lose something, you know, it's easy to say, "Hey, I lost my mask" or whatnot, and with one of the staff, we get busy. Sometimes we forget. Then it's found, and oh, well, somebody said something about missing that, but we don't know who it was. This way, this lost item button on the website, if you lose something, you can click on it, report your item lost. That way, when it's found, we match it up. We can get in contact with you, save you from having to buy a new mask, save you from, you know, I don't know why you would lose a regulator, but I mean, I guess you could, a piece of equipment. We'll just put it a piece of equipment. If you misplace it or whatnot, you can always fill that out. Let us know. That way we're on the lookout for it. And if it's found, we got a huge box full of lost and found, don't we, Joe?
Oh yeah,
And I
lunch
mean, I'm
box.
I'm talking. There's mask in there. I don't think there's any fins, but there's like mask and I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff in there.
The
Some of it,
retainer.
huh?
The retainer.
Oh no, the upper plate. We talked about
Never
that.
played.
Somebody's upper plate dentures. We talked about that last week, and in 28 years, because we haven't started the 29th year yet, but in 28 years, I've never seen somebody lose their dentures. Not diving. So just putting it back out there. If you lost your top plate and you can identify it, we have it at the shop. We don't know whose it is, but you know.
Oh,
uh,
we
you
were
know,
just talking about this the other day. We got the eclipse coming back
2024, which is next year,
next year.
and I believe it's in April, if I'm not mistaken, the 2024 eclipse. Which in 17, Hopkinsville was the point of greatest eclipse. So we had the front row seat, the prime everything, and though we're not in the direct path of it this time, we're still going to be right at the edge of it. So we may not be in totality, but we're still gonna be able to see it. And of course, in 2017, we came out with the distinctive specialty through Patty, the Solar Eclipse Diver. Now, I will tell you, there are only 10 of these certified divers in the world. So 2024 is going to be your next chance to take part in the Solar Eclipse Diver Specialty Certification. We'll be holding that. I'll have to look and see at the dates. I mean, we haven't started the logistics yet because we're still a little bit out from it. But
Just surprised me that it was less. We're getting upon a year of it being here. And I was like, wow, it's already
oh
been
yeah,
that long.
oh yeah. Well, and it's really neat because the way this one's going, and I believe it's in Carbondale or close to Carbondale, Illinois, that was in the path in 17. Well, it's crossing exactly in that same path. Crossing that path, so they're getting it twice. So it's a pretty interesting thing, and I'll tell you, if you haven't been in the water or underwater during a solar eclipse like that, it was pretty awesome. I was there. It was, you know, the Kentucky piranha were everywhere beforehand, and then when totality hit, we dropped back down. We watched it turn to dusk, and then we dropped back down like a minute after it started to catch the last minute and a half, and it was like a night dive. I mean, there was hardly any fish anywhere, and it was like you had to use your lights to be able to see. It was cool.
I was topside, so I don't know. I was
uh,
manning a grill, if I remember right.
mm, I don't know. There was a bunch of people at the park. I mean, I remember that day
Well, I was doing hamburgers.
uh, we had to shut the gate because we had, everybody was looking for a place to be able to watch it. And I mean, we were getting inundated, not with divers, but just people trying to find a place. And we're like, guys, listen, we're not a public viewing place, so we did. We had to shut the gate and man it, so people
Mhm.
wasn't, somebody's needed to come out, we'd let them out. But yeah, it, it was tedious.
I remember I worked the rest of the day, and I mean the eclipse was like at noon, something like that, and then
Yeah,
everybody
like,
left. All
oh
right,
yeah.
and then I worked all that day, packed up, and got on the road, and I hit traffic, dead traffic, bumper to bumper, and still, and I mean it's like 11 o'clock at night. It's
Oh
still
yeah,
not
I
moving.
mean traffic. I mean, I'm telling you, the we had, which they're not doing it now, but they used to. Uh, the Be a Diver pool was in town for the Summer Salute Festival, and letting people, try scuba out in the Be a Diver pool or Go Dive Now pool. I think is what it had been rebranded. But anyway, I forget where Dave, the guy who was in charge of the pool, I forget where he said he had to go to, but it took him like 12 hours. I think he told me he spent the first 4 hours sitting in traffic, and then another couple of hours before it actually got, traffic was moving, and he said it was gridlocked.
Yes, it was. It was not fun. And I had to work the next day.
Well, and you're talking about that. We were supposed to had some friends of ours that were going to fly in over to the airport and come over and view the eclipse, and they shut the airport down. They couldn't fly into it because it
Oh
was
yeah, that
full.
runway was packed.
Yeah, it was full. They had to fly to Clarksville and view it from there. But oh yeah, it was. That was a crazy day. But we met a lot of cool ton. I remember the best ones I remember. We had a couple from New Jersey, a couple of divers, and they drove all the way down 13 hours to the park to be able to camp out and watch the eclipse the next day. And they've came back a couple of times since then, and great people. Um, last I heard, that the young lady of the couple, she was pregnant. So that's been a while back. I haven't heard anything since, but that kind of put their diving on hold for a little bit. But I remember them telling me about the trip down, and then of course their experience at the park. They loved it. They loved it so much they flew back the next year into Nashville, rented a vehicle with a couple of their family members, and came and spent the weekend at the park again. So that says a lot. That's what we shoot for. But Mike says sign him up for the solar eclipse specialty, and Jeff Hoyer says it too. So yeah, as soon as we have more information, once things, I know it's sometime in April. I don't know when. Uh, and unfortunately, if it's not on a weekend, we're still going to do the class. I don't think we're going to have as many people, but it is what it is. Once we know, I've got everything, got all the logistics. You know, we'll throw it out there. Man, this time has flown. I just looked. We're about 10 minutes till 9 or 10 minutes till 10 your time, Joe. That means we're just a couple of hours away from the season pass sale. So, you know, hang in there just a little bit longer. Season passes will be up here in about, 2 hours if you're Eastern, 3 hours if you're Central, I guess. But
I'll
don't.
say 3 hours.
Yeah, but you don't want to miss that. That's for sure. Lots of cool things coming up this coming season. I want to go ahead and throw the word out there. July 15th. JoJo, do you know what July 15th is?
Women's Dive Day.
Women's Dive Day, and want to push this a little bit early so that people can make sure they save the date, mark it on their calendars. The logistics are getting ready to start, planning all the festivities. So Women's Dive Day, July 15th. Um, Actually, I think Krista's already started a little bit on it. Of course, she started some college classes, so she hasn't had a whole lot of time. But she is in the process, and I think everything went off flawlessly in 2022. Flawlessly, flawlessly.
It was nice. We didn't have a big rainstorm. A lot of
Visibility.
people, a lot of great event. Visibility was awesome. Yes.
Yeah, I know she
I'm
asked.
hoping for another repeat.
I know she asked me yesterday or the day before yesterday. As far as the theme, trying to get ideas for a theme for Women's Dive Day. I know we did. We've done mermaids. We've done the sharks. Luau. That's been the last couple of years. But she's wanting to, kind of do something a little different with the theme this year. So that's kind of where we're working on now. And yeah.
That's interesting. I wonder if anybody's got any ideas on that.
I don't know. That would be if you got an idea for a theme for Women's Dive Day, throw it up in the comments. That would be any ideas are helpful. I told her, in Bonaire they do. And I think it's actually next month. A thing called Carnival or Festival or
Carnival.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm like, well, look at, a luau is, of course, pretty much Hawaii, celebration. But I'm like, well, let's look at other places, like Bonaire does Carnival and,
Rio.
yeah, so, kind of mix it up a little bit and bring a little bit of that flavor to, the park for the event. I think it'd be a great idea.
We can always bring Halloween back.
Bring what?
We could always bring Halloween back.
Well, she's done told me that Skeletor is going to be dressed up. I think she said, I forget which holidays and stuff she said through the summer, but she's already got plans of ideas of how to dress the skeleton up during the season.
Jeff says disco. Kind of like that. We can bring back the bell bottom pants.
There you go. No, no, you said bell bottom pants. No, bring back like the old school. I don't know what you would call the colors, the wetsuits and stuff like that. Like some of the old school stuff. There you go. uh, we could probably rig up a disco ball to the double decker platform.
Maybe. Let's
Yeah,
shine a few lights on it.
yeah.
Think it'll
Uh,
work underwater?
well, it wouldn't rotate unless you had
I
like a
can make it
manual crank.
rotate.
Yeah, yeah, you could make it
I can
rotate.
make it rotate.
Yeah, but you can mount a light there and sit there. You probably wouldn't be able to see it very well, but wouldn't it make a cool
It
night
probably
dive?
it would. I think it would.
An underwater disco. Jeff says old schoolers. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it.
Hey, we want to show it up a little better. We'll just put it inside the quarantainer. It's big enough.
There you go. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and it's dark enough in there that I think that would work good during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see
Getting a
here.
lot of thumbs up there. They like that idea.
Yeah.
Coming to Penny Royal Disco Ball.
Going to the disco. We just got to find some shag carpet to put in the quarantainer. That's all we got to do. Do a little underwater carpet installation. Looks like
We'll
Dad
turn
just
the free
joined.
candy van into the shag van.
Yeah. The mystery machine. There we go.
Mystery. Yeah.
Looks like Dad's finally joining us. Good evening. We got about 5 minutes left. But just a quick recap. The dock is coming along great. Check out. We've been posting updates last Sunday, this or yesterday, on the progress. It looks awesome, guys. I'm not even gonna joke about it. Me and Joe was on it yesterday, and I mean it pretty sturdy as it is. But once we get the steps installed, uh, it's gonna be a great entry exit point for divers to use on the west end of the pavilions.
Yes, it is. It's been long awaited. You're gonna love it.
Well, I mean, we went through pretty much all of 2022 with just the main entry exit because the
It
old
was
dock
crowded,
huh?
and it was crowded.
Yeah, the old
So
dock was taken out of commission, and I know early on we had to have people get off of it because they were still trying to use it after we moved it and closed it off. So we finally had to take it out of the water. But so a long-awaited, needed addition, and it's. I'm excited to see how well it works out. And you guys have done a heck of a job. All of us building it, Mike designing it, getting everything laid out. And speaking of that, Mike won't be with us this weekend. He is apparently having to attend uh, a wedding.
we
So
got a pretty big wedding to go to.
yeah, well, I think, and I may be wrong. It's his daughter. that's
Yeah,
getting married.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Gotta
she
gotta
would.
be there.
Yeah, he's got to be there. So we'll give him a pass on that one.
Just one pass. Your anniversary don't count.
Oh, but anyway, and then of course, just going to continue with a little bit of recap. Don't forget, season passes go on sale starting at midnight. You should have got your codes sent out 3 o'clock this afternoon. That's when they were scheduled to go out. I'm going to look and see here in a little bit how many's opened, and look at all the reports and stuff and see. But midnight they go on sale. Only 10 of them, guys. There's only 10 left. So I expect probably by Wednesday they'll all be gone. So get in, get yours early, and then after the sale is over with, if they're not all sold by the 31st, then the passes usually go out if you elect to get them mailed. Usually about the middle of February is when we mail those, and of course, if you elect to pick them up, just shoot us a message. Say, hey, just I'm going to pick mine up. We'll hold it. If you don't, then it will be mailed to you. Did I forget
Sounds like
anything,
a plan,
JoJo?
Mom. No, I think you covered it.
All right. Yeah, I mean, again, if you haven't had your gear serviced, now is a prime opportunity. January, February, maybe the 1st of March. Usually not a lot of service stuff going on. Get your gear into your local dive shop, get it serviced, get it ready so you're not waiting. And JoJo, do you have any final thoughts for us?
Have a good week. Hope to see you this weekend if you're going to come down and help.
Yeah, we're going to need a little bit of help with the with getting those stairs in the water. Going to be a fun time though. Fun time. Uh, anyway, all right. Well, it is about looks like it 8:59 on my watch here. As always, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in with us each and every Monday that we're on. We usually try to do this pretty regularly, don't we, Joe?
Yeah, we're pretty
Yeah,
regular about it.
pretty regular. It's, in case something comes up or whatnot. But
We get busy
want
in
to,
the summertime. Shut it
huh?
down for a couple months. So we get busy in the summertime. Might shut it down for a little while.
Yeah, we're going to make the end of the Monday night safety stop season when summer season starts at the quarry because, it's going to be hectic, June, July, August. So we'll take the 3 months off and then, come back on in February. Come back. That's a long 3 months there. Come back in September. But want to thank you guys for tuning in with us each and every Monday. I started this back in 2020 with the pandemic, just as a way that we could all get together and sit here and chit chat about scuba. Always love you guys, commenting with us, chiming in ideas, things to talk about, experiences, and stuff like that. Keep it going, guys. And with that, I'm going to go get some rest because we got a long weekend next weekend, and I'll probably be just as tired as I am today. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, I appreciate you tuning in with us. And if you're diving this week, or this weekend, we hope you have a fun, safe, and awesome diving experience. If you're diving abroad, hey, jump in and let us know. We always love to see where everybody's diving at. If you're doing Caribbean, you're doing, Egypt, wherever you're diving, we love to hear about it. And with that, I see Mr. John Land tuned in. Always a pleasure seeing Mr. John. Wealth of knowledge, just an all around great guy. And I've had the pleasure to dive with him a couple of times because he was evaluating me on instructor. But Anyway, um, we'll catch you guys next Monday night right here on Monday Night Safety Stop, Penny Royal Divers Group, and our YouTube channel. So until then, JoJo, we will catch you later.
We are education. We teach the world's most respected system in diving.
We are exploration. We introduce millions to the underwater world.
We are community, connecting the world's largest and most active tribe of divers.
We are conservation. We create ambassadors for the preservation of our ocean planet.
We are Patty, and we are a force for good.
We are the kings of everything.